Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the Redstone Handbook episode 7. A series of videos designed to teach you the fundamentals of Redstone so you can start to create your own designs and understand how other people's designs work. In this video, we're going to be going over Minecarts and Rails. Minecraft Rails can be used in a lot of different ways in many different contraptions, but let's start simple and go over all the types of Minecarts and Rails. However, one thing to note before we get started is minecarts can be very buggy. Mojang haven't done much to update, improve, or fix minecarts in a long time, but they can still be very useful. Okay, let's start with the regular minecart, which can be placed upon rails and used by players and also mobs. If a regular minecart is placed on a rail that is facing down, the minecart will flow down the line. We will find more uses for the regular minecart when we move on to the other types of rails. The second type of minecart is a hopper minecart, which can be crafted using a hopper on top of a regular minecart. Firstly, you can click on the minecart hopper to see its inventory. It has as much space as a normal hopper, and it can pull items from containers above it like this. And they will end up in the inventory of the hopper. Now if we take these out, delete this chest, and we just push this over, you will see that it can also pick up items from around it in a small area and through just one block on top of it, like that, all picked up and in there very quickly. It can pick them up instantly if there is enough room inside the hopper. However, hopper minecarts will not push into containers below them, but if you put a hopper underneath, we can chuck some in here and the hopper will pull them out at the normal speed as they usually do. The rest of these minecarts are used less often than the regular and the hopper minecart, but we will go over them quickly. A chest minecart can be crafted with a chest and a regular minecart, a furnace one with a furnace and a regular minecart, and a TNT with TNT and a regular minecart. I bet you didn't see that coming. Chest minecarts are basically inventory that can be used to transfer items over rail. A furnace minecart may be powered with coal, but there is no interface, so only one piece of coal can be added at a time, which makes this cart largely useless. So here we have a furnace minecart. Now I'm going to click on this from this direction and it will head out in front of us. There you go, piece of coal makes it go and it will go off in that direction until it runs out of fuel. It does actually go for a decent amount of time. Furnace minecarts can also be used to pull minecarts, but this is extremely buggy, and as you will see, it goes around the corner and it just loses its minecart. Waste of time. Can't even go around corners. How useless is that? Now, TNT minecarts are actually useful, but not in any constructive way, as you can imagine. TNT minecarts can be rigged to explode, and we can do this in a few different ways. If a TNT minecart passes over a powered activator rail, like this one right here, it will activate it and it will blow up 4 seconds later, like that. We will learn more about these rails soon. One way to instantly explode a TNT is if it falls more than 3 blocks and does not fall onto a rail, it will explode immediately. Another way to explode TNT is to try and pick it up while it is in motion. Oh dear. The last one I'm going to show you today, guys, is if it turns a corner too quickly and there are blocks around it, so this will make it explode pretty much instantly, and all the tracks with it. And also you can fire fire charges and flaming arrows at them to set them off. Now guys, let's move on to the different types of rails. Firstly guys, I'm just going to show you the 2 crafting rails for the most used rails. These are the powered rails, which are these ones, gold sticks and a piece of redstone, and the regular rails, which are just iron and a stick in the middle. This will make 16 and this here will only make 6. You can look up the other recipes on the wiki or online for the other rails that we're going to look at. But today guys, first of all, let's look at the regular rails. Regular rails are the only type of rails that can go around corners, so keep that in mind when making your designs. Firstly, these will not push minecarts, they will not go anywhere. If you get in and then push the forward on your keyboard, you will move, but very slowly. Also, the direction of tracks can be switched using redstone, like this. So, if we switched it to this and jumped in the minecart, we would go straight ahead instead of down there like we did the first time. Now, moving on to powered rails. These can be used to propel a cart forward. If they are turned on, like this, powered, they will move the cart back and forth. And if they're turned off, they will actually brake the cart. They will act as brakes and slow the cart down. A detector rail is quite simple really. It will give off a redstone signal when you have a minecart over that block. So if you pass over it, it will light up, and if you just have a cart sitting on it like this, it will stay lit up. So next up is the activator rail. A powered activator rail, which is this one right here, will kick you out of the cart if you're riding in it. So let's go along here and it will kick us out right here. That will do the same to mobs that are inside the minecart. So this is a fairly unknown feature of the activator rail that most people do not use because it's pretty useless as well, but it is quite cool. If a hopper minecart passes over an activator rail, a powered one, it will stop picking it up. So it's going to pick up these items till about here, and it's going to get turned off, and it will not turn back on. Oops, I just picked up that diamond there. It will not turn back on until it passes over an unpowered activator rail. So it will start again, pick up these items here. So as we can see, we will place this hopper minecart here, should run along, it'll stop picking them up and then start picking them up again once it runs over the activator rail that is not powered. And like we said before, a powered activator rail will set off TNT. Now we're going to have a quick overview of the rail placing rules, which can be an absolute headache. But I suggest just going into a Minecraft creative world and placing rails so you understand how all the rules work. Generally, when placing rails, you can just place them down and they will follow each other around like this as you place them. However, sometimes you're going to need to make very complex tracks that need to be laid down next to each other. For instance, if you want a rail to go up like this, you need to place one on the top here and then you can get rid of it like that if you really want to. When you first place down a rail, it will always face north to south. As we can see up on the screen here, the F3 screen, that's south and that's north. So it's always going to face that way. If we place it down, doesn't matter which way we're facing, it's always going to place that way. The only way to change that is to have a block next to it like this. So we could place one here and they will all join up together. So guys, it honestly just takes a little while to learn the rail placing rules, to figure out where everything goes. But honestly, if you just take the time, practice a little, you will learn how this all works. Don't get me wrong though, it is always confusing and very annoying, but it's always worth it. We are now quickly going to go over a few cool little designs just to give you guys some ideas of what you can build with minecarts. So this here is a loader system that will load this hopper minecart with items, and this one over here will take the items out. So basically, we have a comparator comparing if there's anything in this hopper here. And on this side, we are comparing if there's anything in this hopper. Now, if there is something in this hopper here, wait, I just need to turn this off like this. So these two rails are going to go like this until there's something in this hopper. Then this comparator will turn on, turning this redstone lamp off, turning this powered rail off. So the hopper will stop here and pick up everything until there's nothing in this hopper anymore. So we'll just put 32 diamonds in here. As you can see, this is going to stop. And when it comes over here, guys, it's going to stop here because as soon as it goes over here, an item is going to be pulled into this hopper, which is going to turn that off there, which is turning this redstone torch off. And now it's going to sit here until it's emptied all of those 32 diamonds into here. As you can see, they're flowing out slowly from the hopper. And as soon as it's finished, it's going to drop them all in here and then it's going to take off. And it will stop at either side. So if we put some more here, it'll stop and pick them up. And then it will put them all over here. Fantastic little thing. And this is just a quick example of a minecart station. As you can see, there is a cactus. We don't actually need this part here. We can place a block on top of that to stop that growing. But guys, what's going to happen is you're going to come in from somewhere else. You're going to come along here and you're going to turn into the track and the minecart will break on the cactus and it'll be picked up instantly by these hoppers and put into a dropper over here. So guys, what happens is on the reverse is you step on this pressure plate, it powers this dropper which has minecarts in it, puts it on the rail and then you can jump in. And it will power those minecart tracks there like this and you can take off this way. So guys, as we head back, let's just click this button here, right there. You'll see the minecart gets exploded, the hoppers pick it up, and we are on the ground. Got chucked out of our minecart. So guys, that is everything for this episode. On the next episode, we will be going over some more complex redstone circuits, including monostable circuits and how to use them. You guys can check out the other episodes of the Redstone Handbook in the description, and don't forget to check out my 2 Let's Play series, a vanilla one and a modded one. Those will be in the cards and in the description. So hit that like button if this was helpful, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and others, and I will see you guys on the next episode.